Now in this section we're going to look at named ranges. Now if you look at this simple collection of data here, I've got salespeople down here and I've got quantity sold, and if I click here and just drag across, that is the range that I need to sum up in order to see the total quantity sold. So basically what I'm going to do in a minute is name this range using the words quantity sold. In the same way over here I could name this cell price per item. And as we'll see in a minute, you can actually use the names of ranges rather than the cell range within formulas, and this makes formulas much easier to understand sort of, after the event. So quite often when you're creating something within Excel, it's easy to know what's going on when you do it, but later on if you come back to that same information and you're looking at how the formula works, it can be a bit confusing. So by using named ranges, it just makes everything a lot simpler. So for instance, the quantity sold, what is it? It's the range B4 through to B9. If it was just simply called quantity sold, then it'd be much easier to understand what was going on. I'm going to select this range. So that's the selected range there. Now what I can do is click here and type in quantity sold, and that will become the name of the range. However, if I just simply type in quantity sold and press return, what I'll do is I'll get an error message because you can't have quantity sold. What you need to do is type in quantity sold, but between the two words put an underscore in there, then press return, at which point it'll work. So if I select this range here, you can see it knows that is a range that's now called quantity sold. In the same way, if I wanted to, let me just drag that for a minute. In the same way, if I wanted to name this as price per item, I can click here, click up here, and I'll just paste in the name, which is price per item, but I have to remember to put underscores between the words, otherwise you'll get an error message. So now, if I click here, it knows this is price per item, and if I drag across this range here, it now knows that this is a named range called quantity sold. So that's how you create named ranges. Now there must be a way of getting rid of the named ranges, and of course there is. If I go to formulas here and then go to name manager, there's the two named ranges I've just created. So I can select one or both of them. So if I select both of them and then click on delete, are you sure? Yes. If I close that now when I click back here, it's no longer a named range, and now if I select what used to be a named range, that's no longer a named range. So now you've seen how to create named ranges and how to delete them. Next we'll see how to use them. Now let's say I want to add up this range here. If I just simply click here and then go and click on the auto sum, look what has happened. Look what's happened. It's automatically recognized that this range is called quantity sold. So if I press return and go back there, you can see, whereas before it would have said something like equals sum, then in brackets the range, was it B4 through to B9, now it says sum the range in the named range. So that's how you use named ranges. As I say, they just make things a lot easier to understand.